This Shark Tank pitch was a complete disaster. Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about this Shark Tank pitch was a complete disaster. Let's get right into it. Picture this, you're standing on the set of Shark Tank, the well-known TV show where entrepreneurs pitch their business ideas to a panel of business titans. You're there because you need some financial boost for your venture. However, instead of sealing a deal, you end up spending most of your time arguing. In the end, you walk away empty-handed and with a string of harsh words from the notorious Mr. Wonderful. Yes, it happened, and it was quite possibly the worst pitching session one could ever experience. So let's take a deeper dive into what went down. Meet Manish Sethi, the creator of Pavlok, a unique shot clock watch designed to help you ditch bad habits and foster good ones. Picture something that resembles a Fitbit. However, this device isn't just about counting steps. It's engineered to employ traditional behavioral conditioning methods to help curb undesirable habits. Paired with an app, you input the habit you wish to eliminate, and the device will beep, vibrate, or even deliver a small electrical zap whenever you fall back into your old ways. The moniker Pavlok is a playful nod to the famous Pavlov's dog experiment carried out by physiologist Ivan Pavlov, a study about behavioral conditioning. The electrical zaps from the device vary in intensity, being described as anywhere from pleasant to slightly uncomfortable. People use Pavlok for all sorts of habit-breaking goals, to quit smoking, say no to sweet treats, or even stop biting their nails. Along with the device, buyers also receive a digital book that provides additional insights into breaking bad habits and the psychology behind behavioral modification. Sethi's venture took flight in 2014, after he managed to gather an impressive $283,827 through a remarkably successful Indiegogo campaign. He's currently running another fundraising campaign for a product called the Shot Clock, which is essentially an alarm clock you can wear on your wrist. As wearable tech and related applications continue to gain traction, Sethi's dream is to partner with a shark who can help him make Pavlok the Fitbit of behavior modification. Pavlok Shark Tank Recap. Picture Manish walking into the Shark Tank, boldly asking for a whopping $500,000 in exchange for a peculiar 3.14% stake in his company, Pavlok. He proudly showcases his invention, a wristband that gives off a mild electric sensation at the push of a button. The shark's initial reaction? They break into laughter. It's quite obvious that Manish has a bit of an uphill battle to get their full attention and interest. In a bid to keep the conversation on track and professional, Lori Greiner, one of the sharks, inquires about the origin story of this intriguing gadget. Manish shares an amusing tale about how he once hired a buddy to give him a good slap every time he got sidetracked by Facebook when he was supposed to be working. Surprisingly, this unconventional method proved quite effective, prompting him to share his unique productivity hack in a blog post. He even made a video about it that ended up going viral. Inspired by the overwhelming response and his personal experience, he came up with the idea of a wristband that would give a not-so-pleasant shock as a reminder when the wearer falls back into an undesirable habit. Eager to give the sharks a first-hand experience, Manish passes around some sample wristbands and demonstrates the various levels of shocks they can deliver. The sharks' reactions are priceless. At the lowest setting, they respond with chuckles, taking it all in good humor. However, as the intensity is cranked up to the higher setting, it leads to some dramatic jumps, and even provokes a few choice words from the typically stoic Kevin O'Leary. Manish explains the science, but Mark Cuban is unconvinced. "You're a con artist," he says. Kevin wants to know about sales. Thus far, sales have reached $800,000. 3/4 of the sales have been pre-orders, and the rest prototypes. The product hasn't undergone extensive market testing yet, which may prove problematic with the sharks. Manish enthusiastically delves into the scientific basis behind Pavlok, but it doesn't seem to sway Mark Cuban, one of the sharks. Mark bluntly labels him a con artist, clearly expressing his skepticism. Kevin O'Leary, another shark, cuts to the chase and inquires about sales numbers. Until now, Pavlok has chalked up sales to the tune of $800,000. Of these, 3/4 are pre-orders and the rest being prototypes. However, Pavlok hasn't been put through rigorous market testing yet, which might be a significant concern for the sharks. The research Manish presents revolves around aversion therapy in general, not specific to the Pavlok device. Lori Greiner isn't thrilled by the absence of clinical studies focused directly on the product. She bluntly places the product on her personal 0 to 0 scale, declaring that it's a nowhere near zero. She bows out. Robert Herjavec also drops out, citing the lofty valuation as his reason. Mark Cuban withdraws his interest as well, aligning with Lori's concerns. However, the pitch seems to resonate with Kevin O'Leary, who recalls his own involvement with an aversion therapy study during his college psychology course. He decides to make an offer. He's willing to provide the asked $500,000 for the unusual 3.14% stake, but he wants it structured as a loan to be paid back over 2 years, carrying a 7% interest rate. He assures Manish that if his sales projections hold up, repaying the loan should be a breeze. However, Manish surprises everyone with his reply. He claims that he can't work with Kevin as he is not focused on the money. He boldly declares to the Sharks that he would be open to accept an offer from anyone except Mr. Wonderful, the nickname Kevin O'Leary is often known by. Kevin replies, "F you, get the F out of here." He leaves the stage without a shark deal and to curses from Kevin O'Leary. That's all for today, and we'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.